everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do a very easy design using 3A Magic flat brushes. I'm using a 14, should be a 10, and a 6. And then a fine liner by Winstonia. I'm going to be using burnt umber, fresh foliage, warm white, thicket, yellow ochre, tea berry, and teal. And I just got paint on my finger. Alright, I'm going to begin by placing one side of my brush into the warm white, one side into the teal, and then going back and forth. And just very simply, this is the number 14 brush that I'm using. Alright, so I'm just going back and forth, loading my brush, and then I'll begin. Alright, I got water on my hands. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by doing a couple little buds up at the top here. And I'm just pressing the brush down, going up a little bit, and then coming down and coming out. And when I do this, I'm going to swing my brush over like this, swing my brush like that, and there's my bud. Alright, so then I'm going to do an open one. So I'm basically doing the same type of petals and going around, just pushing it down and wiggling the brush slightly. And I'll just keep turning my bottle as I go. Come down, up a little bit, come down and down. Now, when you're doing wiggling, you're going to see some of the, like this, where it splits it a little bit. That's what happens when you wiggle on glass a lot of times. Come back over this one, come up. Just make these a little bit smaller. I like to try to do 5 petals at least, if I can. Go like that. And I'm just going to kind of space these out a little bit because I am going to use the tea berry for the open blooms too, and the closed blooms. Like I said, you just have to be careful when you're doing this so that you don't pull the paint up. And if you do, you can just kind of tap it, or tap some paint on it, or you can leave it some drying time and go back over it again. That's up to you. Alright, so then I'm going to put another bud down here. And I can't do exactly what I did initially on my paper because there was more room. It was a bigger design. Like that. And I am going to then move to the number 10 brush. All these are going to be listed down below in my affiliate links. You're welcome to purchase through them. So I'm tipping into the warm white, the tea berry, doing some blending strokes, and then I'll just keep moving here. Alright, so up here I am going to do just a little bud. Again, I can come like this, or I can flip it back like that. And if you want, you can have it going that direction, or you might even just want to pick it up and say, hey, I've got another bud. These plants are intermixing. And here we go. I'm going to put that there, put that there. Alright. So then, I'm going to keep loading my brush. And I'm just going to, I like to work in odd numbers. So I'm just going to come in here, do a few little starter blending strokes, excuse me. And Just create like I did before. And this one isn't going to be as big. Smaller brush, so different size bloom. There you go. And I'm going to come down here and do a few more little blooms. And come around here like that. I'll do one down here, and we'll be done. Like that. Pretty darn easy, right? Alright, next thing I'm going to do is take my liner brush, stick it into my thicket, stick it into the fresh foliage, kind of stick it back in here. I'm just grabbing as much of that different colors of paint as I can, and I'm just going to come up here around this and start attaching it to and creating stems. It just creates a very simple pattern, which once again, that's what I'm trying to do. Important things to know with glass painting is that you clean your glass well, that you go over it with rubbing alcohol before you paint. That just makes sure that you get all of the paint off. Or not paint, but the make sure you get all the debris, anything like that that would be left behind from touching it, that's off before you start painting. That way it ensures a good adhesion to your glass item. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here and swing it out this way, which I always like to do just a little bit of a wave to it so it's not straight. And you can make it thicker if you want. You can actually use a bigger liner brush, or you could even use the side of your flat brush. I use a lot of times to create lines. I just like these liner brushes though. Need to get some more. Alright, so I'm going to keep going here. Going to go here. Add into this. I can come down the side. Come up here like this. Alright. If you have any questions, please put those down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you think you're going to give this a try, if you want to share it, let me know. I do have a Facebook page you can put your artwork on, just to show me what you've done. And you can just turn it like that. Alright, let me make sure I got everybody attached. Good. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do is come in here, and I don't have any out, come in here with the brown. This is the umber. Take my liner brush again, I'm just going to stick it into the lid, or I could stick it at the top of that, either way. And on all of these I'm going to just come in here and do some quick little pulls. Coming out, little stamens, whatever you want to call these. And I do 4 or 5, 6 the most. Alright, so then you can point these whatever direction you want them to go. Like if you want it to be that your flower's kind of facing sideways, straight up and down. It's up to you. This one, I could even make it go like it's going kind of hanging down the way I have it on here. It's kind of fun. And then come over to the little buds. Now you don't have to put these in the little buds. I think it's kind of nice to give them just some more color and interest by doing this. And then what I'm going to do is use the yellow ochre, stick this same brush in, and I'm just going to come here and just do quick little touches. Put tips on the ends. It's a little random. Very simple center, right? Very easy, right? Alright, so then I'm going to take my number 6 brush. I'm going to come up to the thicket, to the fresh foliage, put this on. I can even take a little bit of the warm white, put that in there as well. And I am going to begin by pulling up some leaves this way, that way, and again, I don't care if the darkness or light is up, down, over, doesn't matter to me. You can do it either way, or you can make sure they're going both the same direction. That's up to you. And if you don't understand what I mean, I'm talking about dark here, light here, dark here, up to you. Same out here, come out this way, and by adding a little bit of that white in there, you know, that's actually making it a more opaque design. Some of the paints just have more pigment in them than others for whatever reason. Just come down this fine, or you can just leave it without adding any of these leaves to it if you don't want to. Then I'm going to come back up in here and just do a few little of my ruffly leaves that I like to do. And just slightly wiggle and pull. Come over here again. I can lead with the dark on the outside or the inside, doesn't matter. Can go either way, or I can mix them up. It's up to me. Go. Like that. Now if you don't like that you can see part of that, it's too transparent, go back over it. Not a problem, just go back over it, make it thicker. And while you're doing that, it actually gives it, what? More durability, right? Okay, now I'm going to come in here and do the same thing amongst some of this. just do a few more and then we'll be done. I don't want to fill this up with too many leaves. I got a lot of leaves now as it is, right? And if I do something and you don't like it, just delete it when you're doing your design. Make your design yours by giving it your personality. It doesn't have to have mine. Alright, here you go. I hope you like this. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, hit that notification bell, and before you leave, if you would share this on your social network with all your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate that. Just hit the share button underneath the video and you're good to go.